Hi everyone. We're going to decompose a vector into two orthogonal vectors. Basically, we want to find the vector projection of V onto W, and we're going to decompose V into two vectors of V1 and V2, whereby vector 1 is parallel to W and V2 is perpendicular to W. So if you look at part 1, I drew a picture. On these, I'm just going to do 6 problems and just do the math on it. So you're going to use this formula whereby V1, to get your V1, do the dot product over the magnitude of W squared times W. And then V2 is you merely subtract your result here from your original vector. And then you'll have this. So we're going to do the first one and just keep in mind these formulas here, okay? All right. So basically, I'm going to take V1 equals so V1 is going to be 2 times 1 plus negative 3 times negative 1 over the square root of 1 squared plus negative 1 squared. And this is going to be W is I minus J. So what we're going to get is 5/2 I minus J. And this equals 5/2 I minus 5/2 J. So that's V1. So for V2, all we're going to do, our second vector, the one that's going to be orthogonal to W, we're going to subtract V minus V1, which is going to be 2I minus 3J minus 5/2 I minus 5/2 J. And this equals negative 1/2 I minus 1/2 J. And clearly it's V2 is perpendicular. Okay? The next one, so this is your V2. The next one we're going to do is V equals negative 3I plus 2J, and W is 2I plus J. Okay, so we're going to use the formula V, find our first vector, V dot W over the magnitude squared times W. So basically this is going to equal negative 3 times 2 plus 2 times 1 over the square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared, and my W is 2I plus J. And this is going to yield negative 4/5 times 2I plus J, which equals negative 8/5 I minus 4/5 J. This is your V1. And for V2, we merely subtract, it's V minus V1, so we're going to get negative 3I plus 2J minus negative 8 over 5I minus 4/5 j equals negative 7/5I plus 14/5 j, and that's V2. The next one we have is V equals I minus j and we also have W equals I plus 2j. So we're going to use our same formula. Our dot product in the numerator. And then we're going to take the magnitude of W squared times W. So that gives us 1 times 1 plus negative 1 times 2 on the top. And then in the denominator we have the square root of 1 squared plus 2 squared squared times my W, which is I plus 2j. And this is going to give us negative 1/5 I plus 2j, or negative 1/5 I minus 2/5 j. Okay, that's V1, and our V2 is going to be V minus V1. So my V is I minus j, and my V2 is here, minus negative 1/5 I minus 2/5 j, and that's going to give us 6/5 I minus 3/5 j. Now the next one we have is V equals 2I minus j, and W equals I minus 2j. So we use our formula. And when I plug everything in, I get 2 times 1 plus negative 1 times negative 2 over the square root of 1 squared plus negative 2 squared times my W, which is I minus 2j, and that's going to give me 4/5 I minus 2j, or 4/5 I minus 8/5 j. And therefore our second vector is going to be my original vector minus my new vector, and that's going to be, my original vector is 2I minus j minus this one, 4/5 I minus 8/5 j, and that's going to yield 6/5 I plus 3/5 j. Okay, and we have two more. So if you've got this, you can probably stop. But we have 3I plus j, and W equals negative 2I minus j. So the first vector is, use this formula. You do your dot product on the top, the numerator. Over square root, negative 2 squared plus negative 1 squared, this whole thing squared, times negative 2I minus j. And this is going to give us negative 7 over 5, negative 2I minus j, which equals 14 over 5I plus 7 over 5j. And then we get our second vector by subtracting our new vector from the original vector. So that's going to give us 3I plus j minus 14/5 I plus 7/5 j, which equals 1/5 I minus 2/5 j. And the last one we have is this one here. We have v, first vector is I, minus 3j. My second vector is w equals 4I minus j. We're going to just do the algebra now with the formula dot product from the magnitude to square. You square it and then multiply it by w. And this is going to give us 1 times 4 plus negative 3 times negative 1 over square root of 4 squared plus negative 1 squared squared times w. And this yields 7 over 17 times 4I minus j. And you can rewrite this as 28 over 17I minus 7 over 17j. And then to find the second vector, we just take the original vector minus our new vector, and we get I minus 3j minus 28 over 17I minus 7 over 17j, which equals negative 11 over 17I minus 44 over 17j. And that's all. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.